The pre-poll guarantees that were credited for the Congress's win, whether in Himachal Pradesh, in Telangana, in Karnataka, now seem to be plunging these states, respectively, into a bit of a financial crisis. In fact, last week, Telangana Chief Minister Revanth Reddy had announced a delay in payment of salaries to ASHA workers and Anganwadi workers. Today, the Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Sukhwinder Sukhu presented the budget, and he stressed on the need for a self-reliant Himachal Pradesh while addressing the state's financial challenges. In Karnataka, the state's liabilities are up by 15%. The government is now forced to borrow more to fund the guarantees as well as infrastructure projects. All three Congress-ruled states now seem to blame their predecessors, but is that argument valid? Let's first listen in to some of these sound bites from these leaders of various states on how some of these guarantee programs are literally bankrupting their respective state treasuries.
ప్రతి నెల మొదటి తారీఖు నాడు జీతాలు ఇవ్వడానికే తలప్రాణం తోకొకొస్తుంది. మా ప్రభుత్వ ఉద్యోగులకు నేను ఇక్కడ నుంచి విజ్ఞప్తి చేస్తున్నా, నెల నెల మొదటి తారీఖు నాడు జీతాలు తీసుకొని మనం ప్రభుత్వానికి కొంత సేవలు అందిద్దాము. కొంత సమయం పడుతుంది. ఈరోజు ఏమాత్రం ఏం చేసుకున్నా ఈ వ్యవస్థ కూడా దెబ్బతింటుంది. మన మొదటి తారీఖు నాడు జీతాలు ఇవ్వడానికి రిజర్వ్ బ్యాంకు దగ్గర అప్పుడప్పుడు చేబదులు అంటారు కదా అధ్యక్ష, ఊర్లలో అంటాం కదా, బ్యాంకు లోను షూరిటీస్ కాకుండా చేబదులు మళ్ళీ ఇస్తాం. 4,000 కోట్ల రూపాయలు చేబదులు చేసి ఫస్ట్ నాడు జీతాలు ఇచ్చిన అధ్యక్ష. రిజర్వ్ బ్యాంకును ఇంకో 4-5 రోజులలో నీకు సర్దుతా నాకు వచ్చేదాన్ని బట్టి చేబదులు ఇవ్వని రిజర్వ్ బ్యాంకులో 4,000 కోట్ల రూపాయలు తెచ్చుకొని ప్రభుత్వ ఉద్యోగులకు మొదటి తారీఖు నాడు జీతాలు ఇచ్చిన అధ్యక్ష. అందుకే దయచేసి మా ప్రభుత్వ ఉద్యోగులకి ఈ ప్రభుత్వం మీది, అన్ని లెక్కలు మీ ముందరనే పెడతా. ఏది ఎట్లా పంచుదామో చెప్పండి, ఏది ఆపుదాం, ఏది పంచుదాం.
All right, let's try and put this to the test, because the fund crunch seems to be a recurring pattern. And may I say, not just in Congress-ruled states, but also in BJP-ruled states. But let's take a look at the Congress-ruled states first. In Himachal Pradesh, for example, the outstanding liabilities of the state stand at almost half the entire gross state domestic product, the GSDP. 44.2% of the GSDP of the state of Himachal Pradesh, that's almost 95,000 crores, is just the total outstanding debt. The net interest that they are paying every year on this debt is to the tune of 5,465 crores. In fact, Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Sukhwinder Sukhu has claimed that 70% of the borrowed loans are being used simply to repay the debt. And in the wake of the spiraling financial crisis there in the state, the government has even announced a hike in prices of cow and buffalo milk, which of course will be transferred to the consumers, because ultimately the consumers have to pay for milk. In Karnataka, which is one of the top 5 highest GSDP states in the country, highest tax-paying states in the country, the outstanding liabilities in the state are almost a quarter of the total economic output of the state. The GSDP of the state, 22.7% of the GSDP, which is estimated to be about 5 lakh crores, is the total liabilities of the state. The net interest payment alone every year, just paying interest on those liabilities, is at over 33,000 crores. The allocation for the 5 guarantees, which the Congress won the elections basis back in 2023, the total allocation for those guarantees has been reduced this year as well. It was reduced last year, it's been reduced this year as well. And where it all started in the state of Telangana, the outstanding liabilities account for again more than a quarter of the total state GSDP. 27.8% of the state's GSDP. It puts the total outstanding liabilities at over 3 lakh crores and the net interest payment at over 22,000 crores.
The Chief Minister is lying blatantly on the floor of the House. He has taken 1,58,000 crores of loan, and God knows what happened to the money. We believe 20% commission has evaporated some of it, and they are utterly failing in managing the budget of the state.
Revanth Reddy has accepted that they have to defer the payments to ASHA workers, to Anganwadi workers. This shows the financial doldrum Telangana has gone into ever since Congress has taken over. It shows that the Khatakat model makes big guarantee promises but does not deliver.
All right, let me go across to a straight face-off between BJP and Congress on this. Nagendra Rangappa is spokesperson of the Karnataka BJP. Bhavya Narasimhamurthy, spokesperson of the Congress. Bhavya, let me start with you first. Let's start with the state of Karnataka itself. Telangana, we were talking about it, but outstanding liabilities in the state of Karnataka is almost a quarter of the state's GSDP. It's 22.7% of the GSDP of the state. The total outstanding liabilities is just under 6 lakh crores, and the net interest payment on this alone is 33,000 crores. This is one of the states that used to be economically, progressive and economically revenue surplus. Today is in deep, deep debt because of these guarantees.
Blaming guarantees for this particular, financial crunch, maybe guarantees also a reason, but not the main reason, because this is not just the case of Congress ruled states. There are BJP ruled states also complaining about the fund crunch, right?
Yeah.
So guarantees are something, they are social welfare schemes, and we had promised it, and it is actually giving very good results. Last year, Karnataka was the second highest in GST collections. So, of course, there will be, but if we have the right chief ministers to handle things, and our chief minister, because you're speaking about Karnataka, he has presented 16 budgets so far, and every time he was successful in implementing. He's been a very one of them, in the sense, after Devraj Aras, he's the only chief minister who has completed 5-year term successfully, implementing every promise that he had promised in the previous term, and even this time he is doing that.
No, but
of
Bhavya,
course,
it's coming
they will
at
be
the cost
managing
of
the whole
what?
thing,
The cost
but
of increasing
exactly.
milk,
Let me
increasing
please
government
finish.
hospital fees,
Yes,
increasing
yes,
bus
yes.
charges.
So you mean
I mean,
to say,
it's not like ordinary people have not had to, bear the brunt of this.
so the thing is, that's exactly why we rose the tax devolution problem. The injustice our state is facing because of, the amount they are giving us. If we are given our share justly, then I don't think we will be facing all this cash crunch.
Okay,
In
let me
fact,
ask
even in
Mr.
the
Narendra
GST
Rangappa of the BJP.
compensation, we were not given
Mr.
what
Rangappa,
was suggested.
it's one thing to say only Congress ruled states are bleeding themselves dry, but look at Maharashtra, top ranked economy in the country, the state that gives the highest taxes. Maharashtra's state budget is 7 lakh crores. The total estimated debt of Maharashtra is 9.32 lakh crores. There's 2 lakh crores more liabilities than the state's budget. In Madhya Pradesh, again, at a time when Madhya Pradesh was praised for its agricultural growth, it was seeing double-digit agricultural growth when nationally agricultural growth was sluggish. Today, the situation is, in Madhya Pradesh, the state budget is 4.21 lakh crores. The estimated debt is 4.3 lakh crores. So it's not just a Congress problem. You're also promising the guarantees. In Maharashtra, for example, just recently, Mr. Fadnavis, the chief minister, has announced that the promise that they made to increase guarantees for women from 1,500 rupees to 2,100 rupees, they're putting that on hold because they can't find the money to increase it to 2,100 rupees. So this is not as much, this is as much a BJP problem as it is a Congress problem.
See, time and again we are repeating that we are not against any guarantees, but it should be scientifically distributed and the design of the guarantee must be viable. We have proved time and again since the COVID times when we gave a vaccine free, then again we gave the food grains free for 80 crore people for more than 4 or 5 years now. Then we have given Kisan Samman Yojana for more than 6 years now. But did it deter the national GDP? No. It improved the quality of living and it increased the productivity of the person. That is what we are trying to implement in our rural states. Whereas in Karnataka, it is a totally populistic program.
No, but Mr. Rangappa, you can call it by different names. You call it, Griha Lakshmi in Karnataka, you call it Ladki Behan in Maharashtra. Ultimately, what is it? It's a freebie, right? You're giving money, you're giving revdi to women voters in the state. Whether they do it in Karnataka or in Maharashtra, you're just, repackaging it, that's all.
Do it. Jaka, you should have enough resources to do it. You should not borrow money. Mr. Siddharth has borrowed 1,16,000 crores, which is the highest in the history of Karnataka, which has added up to become 7,64,000 crores of debt, where more than 30,000 crores have to be paid as a tax. To make up the guarantee money, is taxing the poor people of Karnataka by increasing the prices. Even the water prices is going to increase. Taxes are increased. registration fees have increased, revenue taxes have increased. So what are they doing?
No, so
They
that's exactly
are-
what I asked Bhavya. Bhavya, so ultimately in the last 2 years, almost 2 years that the Karnataka government the Congress government has been there in Karnataka, milk prices have gone up, bus fares have gone up, property tax has gone up, registration costs have gone up, government hospital OPD fees have gone up. I mean, I can't think of a service that has not gone up in the last 2 years, almost 2 years, because you're funding all these very, very costly guarantees.
No, coming to this hospital funds, like the fees which has gone up, it was due for the past 6 to 5 years, all right? And it's a very minimum cost that was supposed to increase in the past 5, 6 years, which had not happened. And it's not like that money is going to the government. It is going to the hospital administration there. The government hospitals, it is for the improvement of the service there. In fact, the health department have started a lot of revolutionary schemes, you know, along with guarantees like distribution
Madam,
of menstrual
we have
cups
seen how
benefited from
good
it.
your
And
healthcare
let me
management
let
So
me
once again, let her
each
finish.
and
Once
every
again, let her finish. Let her
sir,
finish. Yeah.
Every
Let her
please,
finish.
please,
Sir,
let
I'll
me
come to
finish
you.
it.
Let her finish,
Sir,
please.
please let me
Please,
finish
please,
it.
please, please.
And
Yeah.
when you speak about price rise, to always target guarantees, I don't think it's fair, because in every government there was price rise. Whether in fact there is no one who can match Prime Minister Narendra Modi. You know, when it comes to price rise, no one can even compete with him. You know the LPG price, you know the petrol and diesel price, the way it shot up. Like today, petrol and diesel cost the same. There was a huge difference between the prices of petrol and diesel before. So price rise happens in every government. Just because we are implementing guarantee
Okay.
doesn't mean this opposition keep targeting us, saying, you know, there is price rise and all of this. Price rise is a normal phenomenon that happens in every government with
So,
time, with
so Mr.
inflation
Mr.
rate. It has
Rangappa,
to
Mr.
keep
Rangappa,
increasing.
the prices of commodities that the center controls, fuel prices,
At least
today
you're giving
it's less than
guarantees. You're not even
$70
doing
a
that.
barrel in the world markets. Why are we still paying 100 rupees at the petrol pump? Similarly, CPI inflation, for the longest time, RBI had said we wanted under 4%. Finally, I think the last data that came out was the first time it was under 4%. My point is that it's not like BJP has done a great job of combating inflation either.
See, we have not inflated the prices of gas and gasoline to give freebies to some section of the people and burden one
At least
section
we are
of
doing
the
that.
society. We have not done that. The gas prices and the oil prices are directly dependent upon the world crude oil price. It is a well accepted fact. But the point of discussion here is you are burdening a part of the society to help one part of the society and you're burdening the society. That is not correct.
Okay. All right, we'll leave it at that, Mr. Rangappa and Bhavya. Thanks for joining us. We'll see. Like I said, this can't be viewed purely from a political partisan lens, saying that this is just a Congress ruled states problem or a BJP ruled states problem. Everyone seems to have figured that this is the way to win votes. Promise Ladki Behan, promise the 2,500 rupees for women. Make the promise, then don't deliver it properly, and then say, of course, the state is broke, because ultimately the state will be broke if you're going on this sort of disbursement of freebies spree. Whether that's in BJP-ruled Maharashtra or Congress-ruled Karnataka, the story seems to be the same.